Friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are going to look at the mate in 3 positions. Okay, let's get started with the positions. So this we are at the, we can say at the intermediate level now. So let's get started with the first one. It's a very easy position. We see that white's 4 pieces, bishop, knight, queen and this bishop, they are very well placed. Do note that c4 bishop is very active. It can directly attack the bishop on e6. The knight is in the way, which is the own knight, and that can move very easily. Very important role is played by the pawn on c7, which is taking away squares for the black king. And here there are 2 ways of winning the game. In the game, white played queen e6 check. See, what we are doing here is making the moves forced, not giving any time to the black player. So pawn takes the queen forced. And now knight b6 check. What has happened? This check has taken control of d7. The knight attacks the king. King has no place. King cannot take c7 because of the bishop. So we see the power of both bishops here. A b6 forced, and now bishop e6 checkmate. See, this is what usually happens whenever the king has one place or no place to move. The sacrifice check becomes very effective. Let's look at the next variation here. There is one more way to win here. White can win by altering the move order also. He can go knight b6 check first. Do note that first move knight e7 will not work because queen takes e7 and the e6 bishop will get enough supports. So white can also do knight b6 check, a b6 forced, and now queen into e6 or bishop e6, both leading to checkmate. Fe6 forced and queen e6 checkmate. So what we saw from this position, we can understand that once the position becomes totally winning, usually there is more than one way of converting it. Let's look at the next position here. The black king is just, we can say, in the middle of the board, and it has walked towards the white's territory also. What we can see that white is having just queen and rook, black has lot of pieces, okay, but because of the king safety issues, white of course converted the game very easily. So to mate in 3, okay, do mate in 3 in this position is little tricky. We have to note that after the move queen f4 check, see there are many checks here. Queen can go to c5, queen can go to e7, queen can go to f4, queen e5 is not possible because of queen into e5, and rook e1 and rook f3 check. So these many checks are possible. Similarly, qg3 is not working because of queen takes d3. So the check which white has to choose here is the one which will force black the most. Okay. So white goes for the move queen f4 check in the game. See, the move queen f4 allows only 2 variations. King can either take on d3 or the king has to go to e2. There are only 2 choices. If you look at other moves like rook f3, then after rook f3 also king has d2 and e2. Once the king goes to d2 or e2, then it's very difficult to do checkmate with the rook on f3. Similarly, rook e1 check also causes some problems. King can come to d2 attacking the rook, and after qb4 check, king takes d3. Now qc3 would have been made, but queen takes the queen. So the best move here is queen f4 check. Let's look at the variations quickly. Now king takes d3, and now very simple, the move rook d1. So these moves are, see, not very difficult to find, but we have to see lot of moves and choose from them. So there was rook f3 check, there was rook d1 check, there were many queen checks, but queen is blocking the 4th rank. So it was necessary to keep the queen there and use the rook. So after the move rook, king c2, white has queen d2 checkmate. Similarly, after the move king e2, again queen d2 checkmates, also queen f3 checkmate. This is a typical pattern. King is caught between queen and rook and the queen is supported, so it becomes checkmate. So whenever diagonally the king is caught up like this, they cover all the squares. Only the queen needs to get supported. Okay. Let's look at the other variation. So after queen f4, there is also k e2. Now what happens if we do queen f3 check, kd2 and rook f2 check, then king runs away to c1. Of course that will win, but it will not be mate in 3. Now we need to mate in 2 moves in order to achieve mate in 3 position. So white plays rook f2 check. Simple and effective, forcing the king down to both kd1, qd2 checkmates and also to ke1, queen d2 checkmates. So there were lot of moves to choose from. That's why it was slightly difficult. Otherwise, as such, it was not a very difficult position. Let's go to the next one. Let's look at the next position. This is a very interesting position. At first, it looks like it's very difficult to get a mate in 3 from here. But we can definitely say that white will have some combination because of, see, the queen is so close to the black king. Rook is also attacking near the black king, and the other rook is also on the open file. White's knight is also developed. If you compare the relative activity, we see that black pieces are still all lying inside. They are on their first ranks. What is happening here? The check queen f6 is not possible because of queen on d8, and we note that the rook on g8 is defending the square g7. So qg7 mate is stopped. So these both are defenders. So what happens when we can spot two defenders at a time? So we try to sacrifice at their common point. So we see that if you look at both of them, both attack the square g5, that is one common point. But the sacrifice queen g5 will not work. It's not forced to take even. And the other square which is common for them is the square e8. So white goes for the first move, rook e8 here. Now see, it's pinning the rook. So if the queen moves away just now, let's say queen b6 or somewhere, then rook g8 is also mate, and the move qg7 is also checkmate because the rook is pinned. So it's absolutely necessary that the rook should be taken. So after rook e8, just qg7 wins. So finally, the only other option is queen into e8, and after queen e8, now the queen is not controlling f6 anymore, force rook g7 and then qg7 checkmate. Let's look at the next position here. Again the black king is totally alone, only one rook near it. White's queen, rook and the other rook are close to the king and they are attacking some very important points. Firstly, we should note the queen and rook both are capable of attacking the h7 square. I hope you remember, we should always see the attack through the pieces, okay, till the end of the board. Second, there is queen e6 check, okay, and thirdly there is rook g7 check. So white's pieces immediately are able to attack, and that allows him to make some sacrifices. Again you can see king has only one place. The sacrifice check becomes very effective. The move queen e6 doesn't mate instantly because of rf7, although we can say that it will win after the move rook g7. See, rook g7, kg7, queen h6 check, king g8 and queen h8 mate, but it becomes mate in 4 moves. White got an instant mate here, mate in 3. After the moves rook g7, see, absolutely forced to take, king takes the rook, and now he uses not qh7 check, which will allow the king to go to f6 and then the e6 square is available. So rook h7 instead. Now see, if king g8, then queen g6 mates, leading to mate in 3, and after the king comes to f6, we note that now all the squares are covered. Rook is guarding the rank and the queen is guarding the other squares. Okay, pawn is controlling g5. So here the move knight g4 is checkmate. Do note that the knight going to d5 will also lead to checkmate here. So the king was in the game, white played knight g4 check and king was caught up in the middle of the all white pieces. Let's look at the last one now. This position looks quite tricky to mate the black king. Okay, it's what we can say, forget about the mate in 3. At first it looks how to checkmate the black king, okay? But if we see the pieces, we see some squares are very weak, especially the light squares. See, king itself is on the light square on g8, and the squares f7 and h7, they are attackable very easily by the queen. And if you note this bishop is lying till the h7 square. So finding the answer is not very difficult. g7, then queen takes g7. So queen f7 check, forcing the king to h7, and now white uses the fact that the knight is pinned right now. So bishop takes f5. So bishop f5 does what? It keeps the g8 square still controlled by the queen, because white has not moved his queen, and bishop is giving check, forcing the king to h6, and now queen comes to g6 and checkmate. Okay, so this was, we can say, slightly easy position over here. Okay, so soon we are going to start with the black openings also. Okay, I hope you are enjoying these lessons. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.